For every guaranteed right citizens enjoy, there is a limitation to guide against abuse. One of the human rights easily abused is freedom of expression, which most citizens hide under to cause disharmony. The Department of State Services DSS has arrested a man in Rivers State, Innocent Chukwuma, after he went on X, formerly known as Twitter, and called on the military to overthrow the current government in Nigeria. Using the handle at the Agro Man, he posted messages urging soldiers to take over power. Security sources say he is now in custody and cooperating with investigators. I mean, Kayode, even though I'm not a lawyer, okay, but publicly canvassing for a military takeover on social media qualifies as treason, isn't it?
Yes, it's not just treason, it's also the simple answer to it is, you saw what happened to Simon Ekpa. You know, it doesn't have to even be in Nigeria for him to know that social media is not a license for you to involve in anything you feel like doing. Sure. There are laws and there are things guiding it. He has not called for insurrection. He has not called for anything untowards in Poland. It was right here in Nigeria, and the law still caught up with him. And Nigeria can still take it up when he's released from prison and start their own fresh case. This is to say that there is no guaranteed way of expressing what he has said. He needs to be punished. He needs to be picked up. He has been picked up, but he needs to get more to know, even if it's just a careless statement, utterances without influencing anybody, but he must be taught a lesson to know that you don't do this in a democratic government. It is totally absurd, it's not acceptable, and it's also to give credence to a lot of people who probably think it's my handle, I can do anything I want. Like somebody will say, that it is your handle, it is your page, does not mean for you to put it to the public, you mean you want us to react to it, you want us to comment on it. So therefore, for the fact that you put it to the public, you're liable to what you've done.
I mean, but talk to me, what do you think would have motivated at the Agro Man, the one they call Chukwuma, to openly call for a military coup? Is it out of frustration? Is it or ignorance of legal consequences here?
It was a misthought, it was a misguided person. You know, I was asking myself, how old could this guy be? Where was he when Shagari government was toppled because it was corrupt? Where was he when the military government of Buhari retroactively applied a decree to jail journalists? Where was he when Babangida ruled in this country and he was dubbed Maradona? Where was he when Abacha took over and journalists, people that opposed him were handed extra state-sponsored killings and all of that? I think this guy, sometimes these people, there are people that actually hate this country. I mean, this has gone beyond criticizing a government. It's good to criticize a government, you understand what I'm saying, the policy of a government. But there are people that operate on it. They don't even want to see anything good. If this government comes out with nail fund, they pretend not to know. If truly there is confidence by foreign investors, they don't want to do it. It's as if anything and everything that is coming from this administration is bad.
So you think this is related to maybe from the 2023 elections?
Yeah, it could be. But we need to find out from this guy what exactly is your problem. Because there is no reason. Look, the only way to remove a government that you're not satisfied with
it's through the polls.
It's through the polls. And again, it does not mean that the majority have to kowtow to your, if I don't like this government, it's just my choice. You understand? So I will go to the poll and vote for, I'm not saying I don't like this government, and also I do.
It's well, you are misquoted.
I'm misquoted. Now, it is my choice to go vote for whoever I want. Now, if the majority choose what I've chosen, so be it. If they do not, so people still must learn to understand that there is not maybe this guy doesn't understand. It was a military administration that turned this country from a truly federal system into a unitary system.
Yes.
Ironsi. People don't have a sense of history. They don't understand that civil war was fought under a military government. They don't understand some of these things, that a military head of state can look at you and almost do an undo.
Sir, I think one thing we should not do is let's not assume that these people understand. There is a generation that probably never experienced this thing. And I think part of our job is to do what you're doing. Let us remind them that if military takes over, two of us cannot be doing this analysis. If military takes over...
You could do it and then they could arrest you while you are waiting for you.
If military takes over, all those vibes and all those vituperation, all those kind of comments he's making on social media, they can shut down the social media. They don't need National Assembly.
So do you think better civic education can help reduce extremist expressions online?
NOA has been given new tasks, and we're speaking to them directly that it is time to tell this generation, to tell these current people the evil of a military rule. It is evil. It is not acceptable. It's not welcome in any shape or form. That's why we will continue to say that the worst democratic government is better than a military government. It is totally condemnable. We don't want to go through what some of our seniors, you know, the BKOs of this world, the deleguers of this world, what they went through. It is terrible. And you know what? Somebody will say they're in government and that's all. So whatever they do, chikena.
Someone was shaved, you know, with a broken bottle glass.
People have stories to tell.
You know?
I don't know. Did these people hear about Bagada Council?
Yes.
Have they heard about how Delegiwa was killed? So now, you know, they didn't that wicked. So you see, the truth of the matter is that, you know, here, under democracy, you can even abuse the president and nothing will happen to you. You understand?
Well, it's time to begin to check those things.
You can abuse. No, I'm just saying that you can abuse the president and nothing will happen to you. You can't do that under the military. You could be picked up. You could be whisked away. I know your family may see you today, may not see you tomorrow. And then they may never see you. And they may never see you for life.
BK always makes reference about Rwanda. That once you just say anything bad about a Paul Kagame, you could be picked up.
And you know what? They still call that one benevolent dictator. I don't know what is benevolent about the dictator.
Babangida woke up one day and he decided to proscribe some media houses.
That's all.
You know. And there was nothing anybody could do about it. And even, you remember that people like Bayo Ononuga and Co., they are working with Concords then, you know. MK Abiola asked them to apologize to Babangida, and they refused, you know. That was how they left, they resigned. So these are the kind of things that happen under the military. People calling for coup. I don't know, are they serious? Are they educated?
But for Gen Zs and all, how does this case test the balance between...
I think many of them
How does this case test the balance between freedom of expression and national security in Nigeria?
The truth of the matter is there's always, in fact, when I was in high school government, they taught us freedom of expression. High school, I'm talking of secondary school now. They taught us freedom of expression. They also said there is limitation.
There's limitation, section 45.
The freedom of expression. I knew that right from my secondary school days. All right. So the truth of the matter is that this time we are in a very serious situation in our country now. A situation where people who are still disgruntled, who are very disgruntled about the outcome of the
2023 election, yes,
are, you know, spinning out,
you
know, saying certain things that could eat up the polity. I had a problem with some people, even some people outside the country.
Okay. All right, we have Taiwo Lumuyiwa calling in from London. Taiwo, you have the floor.
Good afternoon, Benga, and then the panel. Thank you very much for the topic you just brought up. You say, like you said, I want to say that most of these people calling for the military to come and take over, they never knew what the military government means. Most of them are so young, they don't understand. The government we have in place, we ought to be praying for this government. If you truly love the nation, your prayer should be that the government should do well. But they are calling for the military to take over. I was in the university during Babangida's regime. I know what we went through. I graduated during the Abacha regime. So they need to understand that the military has no good intention for the nation. We should all rally around, irrespective of your political affiliation. Let us support the government in power, and we will all benefit from it. I've got a business in Nigeria, but I know what they're going through. I pay people in Nigeria, but we should still be praying for the country to do well. Thank you very much, and God bless.
All right, then. Thank you so much, Folk. Thank you so much.